Hey guys, Sarge here. So I just got done cleaning my Beretta 92X, and I have to tell you guys, this is quickly becoming one of my favorite pistols. I took it through shooting some drills. I got a shooting video for that I'm going to release within the coming week or so. I took it through some drills. I even had some students shoot it at the course I ran on Saturday. So any of those students that are watching this video, you can comment down on the bottom here and tell us what you thought about it. But I like it, guys. It's very smooth. I did a shooting review of it, and it's just a real quick little shooting review where I just shot it around, really just kind of showed some of the distances I could shoot at. But that's what it is, guys. It's me shooting. It's by no means limitations of the pistol. The pistol can far outshoot me without any issues. Okay, if there was a miss or anything like that, it was 100% me. It was not this pistol. This pistol, if anything, helped me out quite a bit. It's a very smooth shooter. I will tell you too, even with the double action, from my experience of shooting other double action pistols, pretty good setup on this right out of the box. So no issues with that. The sights, I'm actually a very big fan of these sights. It's blacked out in the rear and then red for the front sight, and I like that setup quite a bit. I've noticed I'm kind of getting away ever since I got on the XS Big Dot train. I'm kind of getting away from 3-dot sight pictures and looking more towards blacking out the rear sights and just having a very bright front sight that is sticking out quite a bit. But anyway, guys, so I did some shooting with it. Absolutely ran flawlessly. Had no issues with it. I shot it. Like I said, a couple other people shot it. We had no issues. So overall, very positive things to say about it. I will say as well, because I've seen a lot of people talk about like extended controls and things like that, and I did a course, I'd say a couple months ago, where the individual at the course, he was a competition shooter. He had a lot of extended controls on his rifle and on his pistol, and multiple times he dropped the magazine, right? Without intending to, he would drop the magazine. So anytime I see extended controls, I normally just stay away from them. This magazine release is slightly extended, and I had zero issues with it. Very nice, guys. Also, I talked about this in the shooting review. I never once, from racking this slide, activated the safety. That never once happened. So I know a lot of people talk about that. I'm just going to show you guys what I'm talking about, just in case you've never seen it before, you don't know what I'm talking about. What a lot of people say the biggest issue is with having this slide mounted safety on here is, well, if you go to rack it traditionally or what, over the top like this, you'll activate the safety. I've never had that happen. Not within my time in the military of using the M9 or within my shooting time with the Beretta 92X. So no issues with that being activated. It takes more force than what you think to actually activate that lever. So all those people kind of talk about doing it, maybe you have bigger hands than I do and you are hitting it, but there are definitely techniques that you can do. For me personally, I identify where that lever is at and I grab underneath it, and then I will pull more directly backwards. I'm not applying any pressure downward on that lever, and maybe that's what the answer is. I don't know, but I had no issues with it. Upon cleaning it, fully disassembled the pistol, it is one of the nicest constructed factory pistols that I have seen. I am pretty impressed with it. Looking even on the barrel, looking at the frame and the slide, and just not seeing any of the crazy machining marks that other companies have. It is a very nice put together pistol. I did switch out these grips from what were originally on it, and these came with the pistol, if you guys remember from the initial review. It had more of the just 1911 style panel grips on here. I switched those off and I went with the wraparound grip that comes with it, just because it had a little bit more of aggressive checkering on the rear, and it added that extra hump right here in the grip that is on the more, from what I'm used to with an M9 or 92FS. So it doesn't necessarily have that straight Vertec feel to it. It kind of gives that more natural feel for me back to the pistol. So, but overall, guys, it shot very well. I had, like I said, 0 malfunctions from it, and I am very excited to do more shooting with this pistol. I'm going to start running it, and like I showed my students at the class, man, you can be just as fast with this pistol as you can be with a Glock, with a CZ or a SIG or whatever it is. You can be just as fast if you train with it, and if you train for meeting those individual standards and goals that you set for yourself. But I'll tell you, we had some awesome shooters in the class. Speed is nothing if you're missing, so it's very important to identify as well. Speed is nothing if you are missing. We had very fast and accurate shooters, and this pistol held its own against all those. And I'm trying to think off the top of my head, I think I was the only one running a double action, single action pistol. So it performed very nicely. Huge fan of it. What I will say as well, no issues from this Safariland 578 holster. This is what I use for the entire class, and it is phenomenal. This is just going to remain my instructor holster full time. I loved it. I loved it. Having the release, having that level 2 rather than just your normal Kydex level 1 or whatever it's classified as holster, I've noticed no speed difference from this. There were a couple times, and I think it's in the shooting video, so you guys will definitely see it. There were a couple times I went to draw the pistol, and I did not activate the lever. That was 100% my fault. I mean, it was the first time. I was still trying to get used to it overall, but that only happened maybe 2 or 3 times total out of the whole day. So it's pretty cool, guys. I'm okay with that. So for me, I definitely think that this will stay the holster that I'll use anytime I'm running this Beretta 92X. So I'm pretty happy with it. If you guys haven't checked out this holster, you haven't seen it, I have a review for it, and I'll put it in the description box just so you guys can, it just kind of goes more in detail with the holster. But this is the almost like a one size fits all for a bunch of other guns, and you can tighten and loosen it right there with a little Allen key. So very cool holster, guys. Something else I wanted to touch on and just kind of talk to you guys about really fast. If you guys are into leather holsters, and I'll put a link to their website in here, you all need to check out Side Guard holsters. I'm currently using them with my 1911. I'm going to be purchasing one for my Beretta 92X, but these are some of the nicest constructed leather holsters, and they are about half the price of what I've seen other individuals charging. So very nice holsters from Side Guard, and I'll let you guys see that again. They got their logo right there, very well stitched. But I mean, this is very nice, guys. I've just been carrying this around for the past couple of days just to get a feel for it, and it's no issues at all. That's my 1911 there, but very nice holster. Like I said, I'm going to look at getting one for the Beretta 92X, and if you guys are looking for a leather holster option, I would definitely suggest going a Side Guard holster. You're not sacrificing anything for the lower price. And there's a lot of times where you are. So, you know, if you pay less, you might get less quality. That is not the case with Side Guard. With Side Guard, you're paying an awesome price for a product that is worth twice as much as what you were paying for. So I highly recommend these guys. Like I said, I'll put their website in the description of this video, just so you can go and check out some of their other holster options. This specific model is called the Hammer, so you guys can go and check that out. So I will be releasing the shooting video. I'm also working on a couple drill videos where I'm just kind of trying to find the most popular shooting drills out there and running the Beretta 92X through those shooting drills and looking at what kind of accuracy do I get, what kind of time. I'm really not a big dude that cares about time that much. Like a very popular one was the Bill drill, and I think it's like 6 rounds in a 4-inch group or something like that in 3 seconds. Cool. I really don't care too much about time. Obviously, I'm not wanting to just shoot one round in 10 seconds, right? But if you're missing fast, it doesn't make you look any cooler. So I will push this pistol myself to, different limits and boundaries. So if you guys have any drills that you guys run or what you think I should try to run with this Beretta, let me know down in the comment box, and I'll definitely run through those, add it to the list of stuff to do. In the shooting review that I am about to release, I don't think there's any shooting drills in that. I think I'm just shooting steel the whole time. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I was getting from the holster, drawing first shot on target. I was at about 12 yards, okay, and I was hitting a silhouette target in the higher chest cavity. And I was getting at about 1.1. So that's working with this level 2 retention holster and shooting it on double action. Because if you're shooting a double action, single action pistol, you're not helping yourself out at all with, before you first shoot that first shot, putting it on single action. You're not helping yourself. You should be able to shoot this pistol the exact same way on double action that you shoot it on single action. If this is a pistol that you guys are going to carry or going to use in any sort of home defense capacity, anything of that nature. So definitely something to think about with that, okay? But with it being on double action and with it being in this Safariland 578 holster, I was drawing and hitting the target consistently at about 1.1, and I think it was 1.13. So for me, it's pretty good times. I was trying to get it as close to the sub-second as I could, and I ended the day and just didn't get there. So that'll definitely be the next time I go out to the range, trying to get under a second with it. And I think after the range day I had, I got more comfortable with this, and I just forgot to run that drill again. But it's pretty good, guys. Pretty happy with it overall. If you guys have any questions specifically that you'd like to have answered about the Beretta 92X, let me know. One thing just to correct, this guide rod is plastic in this 92X. This is the full size. I reached out to like a third Beretta rep, and what I got told, okay, and I got told something else the first time, so I apologize for that. But what I got told this time is, with all the full size, they put plastic guide rods in them. If you get the Centurion, which is the same frame but a smaller slide, you will get a steel guide rod. And if you get the compact 92X, you will get a steel guide rod. So it's just with their full size. They're putting plastic guide rods in there. I threw this pistol around, dropped it, had a bunch of fun stuff inside of it, and I had no issues. So I am pretty happy overall with this pistol, guys. There are the sights right there, if you guys can see those. So I'm a big fan of the sight picture. Big fan of it. I've always kind of liked the Beretta series or the 92 series rather, of pistols. Something I will say, which a lot of people have commented on, if anyone tells you that these pistols are unreliable or they're not accurate, they're more than likely basing that off of their experience in the military. And I will tell you, in the military, we don't change out springs, and we really don't change out parts. And I've heard that from other individuals, that were in different units. So it's not just me and my experience with the unit I was in, or the units I was a part of. It's across the board that I've heard that parts just don't get changed out. I even had magazines. Let me see if I can find them real quick. I even had magazines that I had tactically acquired, and these magazines right here, this one's dated, and from my understanding, the date that's on there, that's the date of manufacture, is 2010, and this one, which is a restricted law enforcement government only, was manufactured in 2005. Right? That's what I understand those dates to mean. I ran these just like I ran the brand new mags that went with it, and had zero issues. I have had these magazines, personally had them in my possession since about 2014. So for the past 6 years, I have used and owned these magazines. I have never taken them apart and cleaned them. And I'll tell you that right now. So for at least the past 6 years, these magazines have never been taken apart and they've never once been cleaned. And I had zero issues with them. So something to think about, guys. They're obviously very very well constructed. So no problems with that at all. So if you guys have any questions or anything else you'd like to know more about, you can comment down at the bottom, or you can find me over at Instagram at Shooting with the Sarge. As always, guys, stay tuned for more. Sarge out.